And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Got a great one lined up for you. Blackrock, the biggest investment company in the entire world. That's not a big deal to some of you. BlackRock says we need to have one crypto platform. I wonder what that will be. Want to take a guess? Larry Fink's acting like he don't know. 5 years ago, 2 years ago, Larry Fink's anti-crypto from all of a sudden, but then all of a sudden he starts selling it. Wow, that is so fake. You and me on this platform, we already know what is the platform that will be what Larry Fink's talking about. XRP Ledger. Everybody will find out. It's just a matter of time. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advice. Don't listen to anything on this program. Everything's a lie. It's designed to get you financially destroyed. Before every show, heck, 24/7, I'm high. Heroin, cocaine, methamphetamines, barbiturates, opium, LSD. I snort it, eat it, grind it, keister it. Any way I could inject it, I stay high 24/7. So if you're interpreting anything I've ever said, it's all heavily drug related. Let's take a look here. BK22544 just hung up with Anderson Advisors and have paperwork coming my way. So excited for this to shoot to the moon. I'm telling you what, some people are like, I'm just going to get to crypto. I'm going to save the money. Well, number one, we're $2,000 cheaper than Mr. Whiteteeth. Mr. Whiteteeth's program is $2,000 more than ours. And we got better people anyway. What we got going on today is a massive program as far as real world adoption. It's all coming. For the mature viewers, it's you watch my program. We go over fundamentals. That's it. There's no hype shit involved. We have fun. Yes. Do we get hyped up? Yeah, we should. Hey, the crypto that I made the most on was that, I can't remember. I made $8,000 off it this year. Somebody help me remember. I forgot which one it was. Root Network. That's it. Root Network. I made $8,000 profit. That's just one of the trades that we made. We made a lot of money this year. Whew, we had some fun pumping and dumping. I still got about 30 of the coins that we invested, maybe 40 total. And some of them I'm just holding on to. Maybe I got $100 in some, 200 in another. I'm just holding on to them because you just never know. And we had a great time, and we still are having a great time. Somebody just got hooked up with Anderson Advisors. Let me say why real quick. Okay, right now, Crypto Hulk only got $5,000 worth of crypto. Not a big deal. We're not here for 5,000. That 5,000 you got right now might turn into 500,000 one day, maybe 5 million. I mean, shit, if you put in $5,000 into Bank Social, son of a bitch, man. What's going to happen is your government is going to try to find ways to take your crypto. People you don't know, people you do know, they're going to try to find ways to steal from you. Let's say, I'm so excited my wife wants to slap me. The Anderson Advisors is there for you to lock your house up you currently have, because you'll pay that off. Once you get rich, that shit's paid off. Maybe you want to keep it and rent it out. I don't know. Look, we all might not end up with 100 million. Maybe we end up with 5 million or whatever it is. Look, we're going to walk away with a lot of money, okay? And maybe it takes a long time. We got to build it up and we got to stake it and all that. So maybe some of you only come up with $500,000. Hey, some of you guys right now already got 2, 3, 4, 5 million in crypto. I know some of you guys are $500 club members. I already talked to you already. Our cryptos in Caleb and Brown is protected by Fireblocks. That's part of my team. I am very proud to have Caleb Brown working with us. They are institutional custody, allowing little fucking peons like us to have the same custody that the biggest banks in the world have. We are in Fireblocks just like all the top 2,400 financial institutions and banks. I like that. That's why I wanted to hook up with them. Now, the Anderson advisors, that's to protect us from our government. So you wrap up your crypto in an LLC, your house, your cars, whatever you want, throw it all in the LLC and hide it. Because the baby mama, the tax man, whatever it is, you need to show that crypto is not yours. So when your crypto does get worth, let's say $5 million, what do? You take a loan. You take a loan from, I'm just saying, if you want to do this, you could stake it and then, but whatever, let's just make it simple, okay? Because there's all kinds of things we can do. We're not talking about that yet. We're still fucking broke poor. You're going to take a loan from yourself, some of you, for $5 million and go buy a fucking mansion, okay? So that way, when you live in that mansion, it's rented out to the corporation. See how all this stuff's going to happen? It's not going to be yours. You're going to own nothing on paper. So you can be driving down the street, hit somebody, whatever, they can sue you. You don't have shit. Well, how'd you drive that $300,000 fucking Ferrari? Oh, that belongs to the corporation. You don't have a job? No, I don't. I don't have a job. That $5 million mansion I got, I'm a caretaker. So I don't own it. Sorry. So you can go kiss my ass for the second time. What else? That fancy watch you're wearing, that $3,000, that $20,000 Rolex, that belongs to the corporation. Oh, you are so fucked. You ain't getting a dime. Yep. Every single one of you, that's what somebody's like, genius, Hulk. I love the way you think. David, my job is to find all this information, give you the information, you determine what you want to do with it. You own your crypto. There's never going to be a day where I'm going to be like, oh, well, you got to sign your crypto over to me and do all that dumb shit and then fill out non-disclosures. That's so fucking stupid. We got the Anderson advisors here to protect all of your crypto and ghost it so that you don't own it. That's basically what we do. You want to go on a vacation? You take a loan out from the corporation and you make it payable at $1 a year for the next 10,000 years. That's what I'm going to do, man. I want to go to Europe and blow $50,000 on a trip. I'm going to take that loan out and pay it back $1 a year. Yes, sirree. I want to buy a new Ferrari. I might take a loan out and get the Ferrari, but it's like I'm not going to own it. The corporation's going to own it. And then when we get more money, I'm going to have the holding company and all these other things where like it's just I'm going to do what the government does. Have 3 different this and that, and then it transfers over to that and that. I'm going to have all that. I'm going to make it so fucking convoluted that I won't even know what the fuck's going on. And you take all that crypto in your Caleb Brown account, you pull it out one by one, and you put it in your corporation. Eventually, I might have 50 corporations and go boom, 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 like all the way down. So that I got everything. I mean, I'm telling you, like, it's unimaginable, the shit we're going to do. So that's why I have the Crypto Hulk lawyer, because everything might be good in your relationship now, but then something happens and shit goes bad. I've been there and done that a few times already. when you go through that divorce court for like the third time, like fuck, well maybe only like twice, but when you go through that divorce court once, twice, some of you guys divorced 5 times, 6 times, whatever, it's like you're not going to own anything. You don't have an income. You're not going to be paying shit. Okay. So that's why we have the law firm. Then when your government tries, the state of California gets real sneaky and shit. You got to ghost your properties because when they see, here's what California does. I know somebody this happened to. They retired. They got in a bad car accident and they got paid a good amount of money, like $10 million. Okay, this guy's fucked up that I know. The state of California puts a lien on his house because he's not paying. He's got the, they're claiming he owes tax. And he's already talked to them multiple times. They keep calling him. They send him these letters. Oh, we're going to put a lien on your property. So they put a lien on his property because they claim, how does he make his house payment for like $2,000 or $3,000 a month if he doesn't work? He's like, I've wrote you guys letters. The state of California, they don't care. They ignore the letters, this, that. They still put the lien on the house. Now he's got to hire a lawyer, go to court. I'm like, well, oh, you need a lawyer? How about Anderson Advisor? So what they're going to do, Anderson Advisor is going to do for him is get his house, put it in a corporation. So now the state of California doesn't know who fucking owns the house. Okay. I mean, this is crazy shit. Imagine if you get a house that's worth $5 million and then you're making payments on it or whatever. And the state of California says, oh, you're going to pay more income tax because how are you making this house pay? Like, it just never fucking ends. Get the Anderson Advisors. There's going to be a situation, I don't know, that's going to come up where someone's going to try to fuck you. And Anderson is well, they're going to make sure you don't get in trouble. Okay. Ben, 1973, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Had a great chat with Tony C. at Anderson a few days ago. And I'm about to get it rolling this week. As this crypto moves forward, like we're gonna go over crypto. I think you've seen now just about every day. We're moving forward fast and furious. When this crypto takes off like that, then everybody's gonna want to go to Anderson Advisors, and you're gonna have to wait like 3 months to get an appointment. That's how this shit's gonna be. It's not how much crypto you're buying; it's how much you get to keep. Okay, a lot of weird shit happens when you get rich. People start getting envious and greedy. Maybe somebody wants to take you out. All right. Well, if you don't own anything, they can take you out, but they ain't getting shit because the corporation owns things. And the Anderson Advisors has all the aftercare to where if you were to pass away or get unalived and stuff, where would all your shit go and how? But ghost it. That's what I have with all my stuff. I don't know shit. Okay. BK says, your buddy Tony says hello. He told me we can get a credit on your taxes in the year we pay him to set up your LLC. So basically the cost to them is paid by the government. Right. So I got my 2 LLCs. It costs double what you guys got. You got the Crypto Hawk plan, but I got more of a complicated thing going on because I'm covering the house, the car with multiple LLCs and stuff. There's a business and shit. So there's a lot of moving parts with Crypto Hawk. But my cost is double than yours. And when I do my tax, it'll be like it's a good chunk of change. And I'm going to have them take care of my tax. And because I can deduct that. So it's like it's not really costing me anything. It cost me something up front, but then I write it off the tax at the end of the year. Then I have a law firm doing my taxes. It's going to cost some G's for them to do some tax work, depending on your situation. But I'm going to have them do mine so that I have lawyers, not CPAs. I have lawyers doing my taxes. That's how I'm going to get mine done. Then I just write it off at the end of the year. Late fee. Love Cry Stall. I can't quite read that name, but thank you very much for that tax-free donation. Let's get started here. I always kind of like to have a live stream show. I've always done live. I've done some recorded stuff with my friend in the past, but I like doing live stuff because it's just more real than, it's not real, but it's more real than a pre-recorded show. Just looking through comments right here real quick again. Oh, it's late because hubby had me fix food for his ski trip. Okay. Okay, let us go. With the Blackrock article right here. Here we go. I don't have a date and time. People that give you prediction dates, that's so fucking stupid. That's like they know people are desperate. Like, look, I've worked in law enforcement most of my career, detention facilities. I've worked at some bad. I've had inmates. One almost attacked me. One was really close to attacking me, but all the other inmates jumped up to protect me. I told him I was going to kill him if he fucking touches me. I would have too. I don't fucking care. I had one inmate punch me. I think it was by accident. I was trying to stop a fight, and he wound up and just fucking smacked me hard as fuck on the side of the head, so I had to beat his ass. Then the other guards jumped in, and everybody got kicks and punches in. But I've never... I've seen situations, now we're talking about my past jobs, but I'm just trying to show you what kind of person I am. I've seen situations where this one inmate was in his room and like 3 or 4 guards went in there and kind of like beat the fuck out of him. And I'm like, fuck. And I was new to this place. I'd been there less than a year. I'm on probation. I wasn't even covered by the union at that point. And I'm like, oh shit, these people are beating I had to get the fuck out of that room. And they were kind of laughing, but I told them, hey, I'm not part of that stuff, dude. Like, however you guys do this shit, you're covered under the union. And that's just straight up wrong anyway. But I always knew if I went somewhere, and I bumped into inmates in the San Francisco Bay Area where I worked and stuff at one of the detention facilities, and they'd always see me, and they were happy to see me. So I never knew. I went to public. I wasn't afraid because I didn't treat people bad. Not once. And I'd go to public places. I wouldn't hang out in the hood or nothing, but I went to like Hillsdale Mall and Hilltop Mall and just these different malls and stuff. I know I'd probably bump into the inmates or whatever, but I didn't treat anybody bad. So, and whatever, just whatever. And if somebody did try something, then I guess I'll go see Jesus then. That's just how my mentality is. So I'm A-okay with that. All right, here we go. Blackrock, the biggest financial institution on the entire planet. What? Hulk? Show Hulk the receipt for $500. Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of Lynn. Lynn paid $500, and I haven't started your membership. I'm just trying to get a hold of you somehow. So I called your WhatsApp once. Just trying to get a hold of me again. Let's go with this. Edge calls. Hi, Hulk. How do I get in the 500 club? Okay. It's easy. And you don't have to join every month. Usually, some people do. I got a guy who's a regular investor. But generally what it's for is I get you hooked up. We go over introductory things. I talk to you for about a month. You get a good idea of what's going on. You're kind of on autopilot. You come up maybe the next month with some money. You decide to join again, or maybe you skip a couple months. You find $5,000 in a loan. You give me a call. We go back over your portfolio and we spend the $5,000 or whatever. I mean, I get these And then it's just out. It's either stocks, bonds. We'll talk about gold or like different kinds of things. I don't want to get into it here. So the way you join is on your phone. You go to YouTube, download the app. It's got to be on your phone app. I don't know why it does this shit. It's got to be on the phone app. Download YouTube, set up an account, username, password, this, that. Then when you watch my show again, you'll look in the top chat right there and you'll see a money symbol. And that is like for a super chat. So push that, put $500 in, send that as a donation. Then you contact me on my Instagram, my X. I got another one out there. What is that shit called? I don't even pay attention to half the shit I got. Okay, TikTok, Instagram, Crypto She-Hulk, if you can put up the address, the Instagram address. Let's get into the Blackrock thing. And then we can make a strategy and figure out. Blackrock, the CEO pushes for single chain tokenization. They're letting you know right now, they don't want to deal with all these fucking chains and stuff. They want one master chain. Everything goes on. Blackrock, the XRP ledger's in the spotlight. Blackrock CEO Larry Fink urges listen to this, rapid adoption of crypto tokenization. I like this. Larry, keep talking, Larry. He's talking about crypto tokenization on a single unified blockchain, and that positions the XRP ledger for major growth. Now, he didn't mention XRP. I just want to make it clear for the dumb shit people. Hey, he didn't say XRP. You're trying to talk a bunch of hype. These fucking dumbass losers that watch this show. Some of these stupid ass fucks. It's embarrassing. Blackrock CEO urges rapid crypto tokenization at Davos. So he's at Davos. What is Davos? It's a conference they have every year for the most powerful, rich people or companies, organizations, governments. And what they do is they talk about what the world is going to do. They determine what the world's going to do. Ripple's at Davos, of course. The top crypto companies are at Davos. So at Davos, Larry Fink says this. He wants a single standardized blockchain, and he wants it done rapidly. I heard that. All of you heard that. Larry Fink noted that the fragmented infrastructure could hinder adoption and raise risks, while a unified ledger promises faster transactions, greater transparency, and lower costs. What is this going to be? I'm going to just take a wild stab at it. I think there's going to be the main XRP ledger, and everybody else builds on top of that. That's what I say. Tokenization. Tokenization is reshaping finance, but its promise hinges on speed and interoperability. By calling for a single, reliable blockchain, Larry Fink signals that major asset managers see digital assets not as an experiment, but as a core part of global financial system. Oh, it's coming, everybody. Well, the shift to institutional adoption tests blockchain networks on speed, security, and compliance. Those that excel will dominate the next wave of adoption, and the XRP ledger is poised to lead with fast, scalable, low-cost transactions and a focus on interoperability and real-world finance. The XRP ledger aligns perfectly with the vision that Fink outlined. Larry Fink's remarks could fast-track efforts to standardize digital asset infrastructure across finance. If tokenization surges on a network like the XRP ledger, the ledger could underpin institutional finance from cross-border payments to tokenized securities. that means the XRP token itself will be worth a fuck ton of money. Larry Fink's push for rapid tokenization on a single blockchain marks a turning point for finance. Uh-oh, it's coming. As institutions demand efficiency, transparency, interoperability, the XRP ledger emerges as a clear front runner. Let's click out of that article right there. And that moves right into this article here. Let's say if the XRP ledger is chosen, let's read what this person has to say. I'm just looking at the comments real quick. Michael Gilbert says, so silver really hit $117? Are you really? At 150, I'm selling some personal stuff for a new boat. I know this older gentleman who started collecting silver, I don't know, 40 years ago. And he has like a lot of silver. Now, silver's never really been worth much, but he'd always buy some and put it in a safe and buy more. And I got to ask him how many silver coins he's got, like a lot of them. He had no idea that silver would just skyrocket this year at all. Like, he's probably got enough to like buy a fucking house. Like, he was buying silver, it was like $10, $5 a piece, $12, like, you know, just you go to the store, buy 50, you know, buy 10 gold coins or something and come home. You know, just silver was kind of worthless for the longest time. I'm going to ask this guy now if he's got $1 million. He's probably got $1 million in silver. I'm going to go ask him. But I think he might at least $500,000. I'm sure he's got $500,000 in silver, maybe more. But I'm going to ask him how much. I don't know if he'll tell me. Here's an article here on the XRP ledger. So let's say the XRP ledger is chosen to be the world's that everything gets built on. I know it is. So here we have TradingView. TradingView, I'd say, is a very reputable company. I think they kind of go out on a limb a little bit for some of their stories are just kind of like, I mean, I'm not a professional news person. I'm a great researcher. I can hold my own. I'm not saying I'm the best or nothing, but I can hold my own. I do a great job. But some of these articles on TradingView, I'm kind of like, really? Like, you're a multi-million-dollar company, and some of the journalists they hire, I'm using the word journalist loosely. Overall, I'm happy with TradingView. I don't want to knock TradingView. I like TradingView. Payments is my number one. And I like TradingView just came out of nowhere about the past 6 months, 3 months. They're good. So let's go with this article. I trust for the most part TradingView. The XRP ledger congestion could burn 1 billion coins a year. Now, here's a software engineer and founder of AI startups. His name is Vincent Van Code. Now, I read this article, and then I did my own little research, and we're gonna have a little side by side. We're gonna listen to what Vincent Van Code said, and then we're gonna listen to a Crypto Hulk investigation. And I'm not saying I'm right or he's wrong. You got two different sides. Because remember, to find the truth between me and you, it's somewhere in the middle. Okay? I don't have the truth. I always look for it. Now let's go. Software engineer Vincent Van Code argues on X that most XRP burn projections are understated because they assume today's low transaction fees persist even under heavy network usage. In his framing, sustained congestion on the XRP ledger could push fees higher, potentially destroying on the order of 1 billion XRP annually. In a thread titled The Supply Meltdown Simulation, Vincent Van Code claimed everyone is calculating the XRP burn wrong, starting with the premise that the commonly cited base fee of 0.000012, I believe it is, XRP only reflects a quiet network. But what happens if the world actually starts using XRP at its 3,400 transactions per second limit? He wrote, positioning load-driven fee escalation. I'm gonna, XRP is at 1,500 transactions a second, and I'm not an expert in XRP. I don't think it's 3,400. From what I understand, it's 1,500, but okay, I'm probably wrong. The fee is always the same. Okay, look, something I don't think Vincent Van Code is understanding. The charge, the cost for any transaction on XRP. Now, this is what I understand of it. I'm not an expert. The cost for an XRP transaction, any transaction, whether you just want to buy a piece of bubble gum or whatever the fuck it is, it's 0.0000, so 4 zeros and a 1 2, I believe, XRP. So as XRP price goes up, so for instance, let's say one day XRP is worth $1,000. Let's do this example. One XRP is worth $1,000 one day, right? Okay. $1,000. Now we divide that by 0.0012. Wait, no, we don't. Grok did the math for me. I'd have to go on my Grok. It's 1.2 cents. Okay. If XRP is at $1,000, then every transaction on the XRP ledger is 1.2 cents. So whether you're moving $5 or whether you're moving $500 million, it's 0.000012 XRP. That's the transaction cost. So if one day, check it out, one day if XRP is $10,000, let me see if I can do the math here. No, I'm not sure. It would end up being like 10 cents or something, 12 cents, all right? I don't know how to do the math on that, but that's, so this is what he's talking about here. So Van Code's simulation walks through multiple fee regimens at the same headline. So it depends on what, so here's the problem with trying to figure out how long will XRP last. It takes a lot of calculations, and there's some guesswork, and depending on how fast things go, depending on how fast transactions go, and how expensive if XRP hits $100,000. So at $1,000, it's a penny. At $10,000, it's 10 cents. At $100,000 XRP, a transaction is going to be like $100. You see that? It don't matter what you're buying. This is what I understand. If I'm buying a $20 dinner, the fee is going to be 0.000012 XRP. If that XRP is $100,000, that fee to transmit that is $100. If you're buying a $20 steak and you want to use XRP, and listen, if the fee is 0.00001 XRP and XRP is valued at $100,000, the transaction cost will be like $100. Okay. So that, and the reason XRP is cheap now is because it's like $2. So if you go 0.00012 of $2, that's not gonna cost much. But as XRP goes way up in price, it's not cheap no more, because there's not a price, it's a percentage of the cost. So if XRP is, like I told you, $100,000, then it's 0.00001 of $100,000. That's probably like $100. Okay, so that's why it's that much money. And that's probably why XRP, and then so then you got these things called the drops or drips or whatever. I don't understand how that works, and that's all something, hey, we got to get XRP above $2 first. So let me continue with the article, because I get lost in all this stuff. Van Code's simulation walks through multiple fee regimens at the same headline activity rate, emphasizing that burn changes dramatically when the ledger is full and the load factor. So as the XRPs get burned up, the price goes up, 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 up like that. Oh, shit. So then the transactions get real expensive. It'll be like an Ethereum transaction, right? As the ledger fills up, the load factor kicks in to stop spam, he wrote. Fees just don't stay low. They scale exponentially. Now he's exactly right there. He's exactly right. As the price of here's what he didn't say. Here's what he didn't say that I'm saying is, as the price of the XRP goes up, that's going to cause a higher transaction fee. Then as you start burning up all that XRP, it causes the price to go up even more for the transactions, because the value, this is exactly what he's saying here. Fees won't stay low. They scale. They go right on up, okay? He anchored the thread with 4 scenarios of burns. Okay. The more aggressive claims. Let me just kind of speed through some of this. Okay, so that's Vincent Van Code. Let me send you his article here. Now I'm going to go over what I looked up, and I'm not saying I'm any smarter than this guy, because I'm not. I'm just showing you what I found. Oh, that's right. David Marklick says it'll be $750 next week, Hulk. Don't worry. Oh, my God. Somebody, okay, I'm not going to say who. Somebody sent one of the moderators, that State Farm guy had a show, and somebody paid him $50 and asked a Bank Social question about should you buy Bank Social, whatever it was. He didn't even know what it was. Let me tell you something. Bank Social, I've got more money in Bank Social than any other crypto, okay? So this dude doesn't know anything about Bank Social. I think he had to go on Cointelegraph or something to look it up. I got an email, so I'm trying to remember what the email said, something like that. Somebody asked him a question about Bank Social, and he had no idea what it was or something. Then he looked it up and like, oh, that's got a low market cap. I wouldn't get it. And I'm like, what? You paid $50 for that kind of? Are you serious? Like, I'm telling you, dumb people that are desperate, watch that show, okay? Because Mr. White Teeth, look, Bank Social already has a license from the Federal Reserve. And they're the first crypto. I'm not going to go over Bank Social now. That's a massive project, all set up for all the credit unions. The crypto is so dang cheap right now. It's so fucking cheap. Damn, if it goes to like $1, like if you put in $500, you can probably buy a couple million of them. Like you'll have $2 million easy. Like that is one of the best cryptos to get. Chris Sharpie says, heck yeah, I already bought me a bunch of Wormhole and XDC today. Couldn't help myself. Bank Social. But yeah, how do you like not know about Bank Social? They're only Hedera partners and Ripple's involved in all, but he has no clue about that. Like, I'm like, wow, somebody paid you $50 for a dumb shit answer. That shit is embarrassing. Okay, now I did a Grok search. Let me click out of this one. I did a Grok search. I asked, how long does a currency last globally in power? Grok's answer is historic data indicates that dominant global reserve currency typically remain in power for 90 to 100 years. Okay. So there's that. If XRP were to become a bridge currency, I asked Grok. Here's the Grok search I did. Grok, let's just speculate. Let's say that every transaction in the world runs on the XRP ledger. Let's also assume that 0.000012 are burned up with every transaction. Per year, how many XRP are totally burned up? Grok comes back with the thing here. And it first shows us that the XRP will last 2,000 years. And I'm like, no. So we had to narrow it down. So I put, Grok, with the above calculations, I want to include every single transaction of anyone or anything, AI payments, automated payments, any kind, all kinds of payments, Grok. Payments like with cash, you know, you're in India or you're somewhere in the Mozambique and you're buying a fucking, somebody caught a rabbit and you're trying to eat the rabbit. So any kind of transaction you could possibly make. But then Grok's like, oh, okay, so you want any kind of all kinds. I'm like, yes. Okay, so Grok does more figuring. He includes cash payments, digital, non-cash, non-cash payments and stuff. Hey, I got a goat and I'll trade you that for your wife or something, or for your daughter. It's how they do it over in those countries. Grok comes in. There's about 3.4 trillion transactions per year. Because some of these you can't calculate. Grok has 10 trillion transactions per year times 0.000012 XRP. That comes out to 120 million XRP burned per year. Then that would last 833 years. Then we break it down a little bit more. This is still a conservative estimate. If we assume a fully digital AI-driven world with widespread microtransactions, AI agents making payments, IoT devices, automated payments every few seconds, annual volume would reach 50 to 100 trillion per year, burning, listen, so here we go, burning 600 million up to 1.2 billion XRP per year. If we use that 600 million rate, that would last about, how many? 200 years. If we use the 1.2 billion getting burned up a year, it's kind of like what the other guy said. He said he said 1 billion. So Grok says now if we consider all those kinds of little payments, people trading goats and chickens and shit, it comes out from 83 years up to 167 years. Or less, Grok puts. So maybe it could be 50, 60, 70 years from now, XRP runs, or it could run 167 years. This is what Grok is showing. So 83 and 167, that's why I wrote 125. I took an average. 167 plus 83, divide that in half, 125 years. So that's what it could be. See, we don't know. This is where we're at. We don't know. Could it last 80 years or 60? Yeah. Could it last 167 or 200? Yeah. So we don't really know, but the lowest would be about 50 years. That's it. We got to see what happens. But it could be 50 years. I'd be 105 years old when XRP is all burned up. That would be interesting. So let me click out of that one. Let me look at some comments here. Thanks for your service, Hulk, and all who served. Yeah, so I worked a lot of public service jobs. They call it public trust. My first job was when I was 23 years old. I became a reserve deputy at a sheriff's department. So the year was 1993, and I finished a reserve academy. I went 2 nights a week, like Tuesday, Thursday, for like 3 hours or something. It was like 7 to 10 or 6 to 9. I can't remember what it was in the evening or something. 2 to 3 hours, I think it was, for about a year and a half, something like that, a year and a quarter. I can't remember, somewhere in there. And then I became a reserve. Started off in a really bad area on purpose so I could get experience, like bad areas, and then worked at a detention facility. And then just after that, I've worked in probation, parole capacities, court systems. I don't want to Department of Justice and stuff. And so I've worked most of my jobs in that. And then when I got 39 years old, I decided to join the United States Army as a foreign observer. My first wife was a sheriff. This is Michael Gilbert. So, and I worked 3 years in group homes, level 14. So these are kids that had very rough childhood, sexual abuse, assaults. The kids were psychotic. Not all of them, but a lot of them either wanted to kill themselves or kill other people. Very problematic kids on psych meds. They tried to, one time, that was rough. That was the most dangerous job I ever had, was working at this group home. And it wasn't like a house. It was more like a facility. And these kids were bad, like mental problems. And I tried talking with some of them and learning. Yeah, one girl's like, I just cut myself so I can feel. I don't feel anything, but when I cut and I can feel the warm blood running down, then I know I'm still alive. That was her answer. I'm like, whoa. I mean, I don't want to get into all the kids had their parents were very fucked up, and it hurt these kids emotionally. So I spent 3 years working. So that's why I'm really good with working with people and trying to communicate and understand where they come from, so I can work with them better. I can help them get to where they want to go. If I understand that person, then I can help them get to where they want to go, or I can lead them to where they need to be. So that is what we're after. Okay, we got 12 minutes left. Let's talk about how to make money on Kraken. Kraken's got this program. I don't know when it's going to start. They're staking rewards up to 21%. So we're just going to look at this here. I'm not doing shit right now, so I'm just letting you know. I got my stuff in Caleb Brown. I'm not moving shit. But I'm just saying, in the future, I'm sure Caleb Brown will have all the same stuff, everybody. What Caleb Brown's waiting for in the SwiftX is just, you got to have laws. And what if the government comes out and says, oh, all that shit's illegal? And So I'm not doing shit with nothing, okay? I don't want any of my crypto to become a taxable event. You know what I mean? When you get crypto, that's a currency, and then you put it in some kind of staking thing, it's just like having gold. Right now in California or whatever, this is not tax. It's jewelry. It's a necklace. You're buying. They don't tax gold in California. But surprisingly, they will. But gold coins and stuff might be a little different, but I don't think so. Some states, yes. But when I bought all my gold in California and stuff, and there's no tax. Well, I bought mine from like Vietnamese people and like at Chinatown. So You just kind of hand them cash and you buy the chain and you walk away. So it's like the no-tell motel. And no, I've never been to one of those. Right here at Kraken. So what I'm just showing you this, because I don't know if the laws, we don't have laws, but if you have gold like this, I could put gold into a fund. Now it becomes a security, see? And that's a taxable event. So what I have at Caitlin Brown is locked up in cold storage. I haven't been buying, I haven't like cashed out or whatever. That would be a taxable kind of like event. So if you have gold, let's say I had 5 million pounds of gold and I put it into an investment fund, then that gold goes from being a non-taxed money and it becomes, which is a currency. So gold moves from a currency to a security or a commodity, depending on how I wrap it or what I do with it. So right now, I'm not taking any of my crypto in Caitlin Brown and putting it anywhere because I don't want it to become a taxable event, okay? I want it to grow and to get big. So let's look at this right here. Staking rewards earn up to 21% per year. Think about this. Think about these dumb people that are on YouTube that run investment companies, and you go to them and you pay all this money, $5,000 to hook up with them, and then they put your money in some fund. You got to sign over your crypto to them. What kind of fucking dumbass? And you're only getting what, 5 or 7% interest a year, maybe. Why don't you just go here and get 21% and go tell those other people to go fuck themselves? That's what I would do. But I have common sense, and these other people have very low IQ. So what we got here is Kraken. Kraken, you earn up to 21% a year by staking your crypto. This is fucking where, this is the end game. Earn weekly staking rewards on your crypto instantly and unstake it anytime with no penalties. Imagine these dumbasses that sign up with these crypto investment firms on YouTube where you have to lock up your crypto with them and sign non-disclosure agreements, and you get a little bit of money back and you can't take your crypto out at any point. That's so fucking stupid. Look right here. Earn weekly staking rewards. Instantly unstake at any time with no penalties. Oh my God, these fucking dumbasses. And you're earning 21%. It's so sad when these people join these internet YouTube investment companies and they get so fucked over. That's so fucking stupid. You have something called auto earn. Activate auto earn to generate passive income from idle assets. They remain flexible, meaning you can trade, withdraw, or use them as collateral anytime. Oh, man. You can't do that at Dumb Investment Company on YouTube. You have something called bonded staking. Choose bonded staking to boost your yield on unused assets by temporarily locking up your crypto for an agreed term. You have Ethereum staking. Double stake your Ethereum on Kraken and earn extra rewards. Bonded restaking uses the Aegean layer protocol with rewards being paid in different tokens, such as Ethereum, Aegean, or other ERC20 tokens. You have Bitcoin staking. Stake your Bitcoin and earn up to 1% baby, B-A-B-Y crypto, without bridging or giving up custody of your Bitcoin. Wow. These other people are giving up their XRP to these fucking scam investment companies, and they legally lose the control over their XRP for a certain period of time. These people are so fucking lost. It's sad. And then the people that run that company make outrageous price predictions that never even happen. I'm just shocked. And they don't even know what Bank Social is. That's so fucking embarrassing. All right, so that is your Kraken right there. Some people are going to take advantage of that. Like I said, I'm holding off on these things. I'm not trying to create taxable events. Okay, let me check some comments here. Moving to Pattaya, Thailand. I'll sure be rich there and live off my VA. I know that's a place. Hey, I was looking at Pattaya. I'm telling you what, Thailand. That would be a fucking place where I'd have at least a condo there, like a crash pad where I could live in the U.S. most of the year. And when it hits fall, I'm moving to Thailand for 4 or 5 months. Live there, then come back to the U.S. maybe, or never come back. But yeah, Pattaya. I'm telling you what, me and Mikey are going to live in the same complex. And we'll see Stu LaBelle there. Oh God, where that Hulk bar that Stu LaBelle goes to, we'll be like showing up there once a week only. I'm not going there every day. All right. Yeah, Hulk, now you're talking. Oh my God. But yeah, I would like I don't know if I'd want a house there because I don't want to maintain all that shit. Got to hire gardeners or whatever. Just if I had a condo, a nice one with I don't have to do shit. I just paid them and they take care of the whole thing. And so that's why I don't think I'd want a house. I'd want just a condo. Like a 2,000 square foot. That'd be good enough. All right, we got 4 minutes. Oh, geez. Okay, I can squeeze out this one. Price Waterhouse Cooper. I want you to see what Price Waterhouse Cooper is the biggest condos, cheap and brand new. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 300,000. Is that Australian dollars? So in America, it's probably what, $250,000 or something, or condo with indoor pool, sauna, cold plunge. Oh my God. Man, I'm telling you what, 2027, I'm going to Thailand. I'm just putting that out there. I'm putting it out. I might stay for a month or something or 2. I'll be doing the show from Thailand, but I'm going to be 200,000 American. Dude, that is massively cheap. Holy God. But yeah, I'm going to Thailand for like at least a month, maybe like 6 weeks. So it'll probably be, let's see, somewhere like summer and like around May, possibly May, June or something. I don't know. I got to look at my schedule, but somewhere between March and June 2027, I'm going to Thailand. And that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm spending money that earns me points. I'll tell you what, I got American Express card. Crypto Hulk has the Crypto Hulk American Express card. And I've racked up money on it. I'm not going to say how much, but when I go on this vacation, I'm not paying for it. Or at least not paying for at least half. Because this American Express card is going to have a lot of money in travel voucher, hotel points. Like I've already looked at it, and let's say I've got thousands and thousands and thousands racked up. I'm not paying for this trip. So everything I buy, I put on that American Express card, everything, boom, 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 boom. And most of it all is business expenses too. So that's how I can keep track of all the Cryptoholic business expenses. Just it's all on the American Express card. Everything I buy, American Express card. And so I can just go through and I don't have to check this card or that card or whatever, that I earn all those fucking points. I might have at least $7,000 or $8,000 on. I'm telling you, this next trip, probably 3/4 of it at least will be paid through American Express. So I don't really have to save for going to Thailand. It's all paid for. Jane, I lived in Bangkok in 1996 and loved it. The Thai food, oh my God. I'm going there to eat. I'm just telling you, I've seen some of the pictures that Stu LaBelle, just got 230,000 bank social for $100. That's what I'm saying. Look, bank social, I'm telling you what, for me, it only needs to hit $1. And I'm not telling you how much I got, but I got a lot of Bank Social. A fuck ton of Bank Social. Because right now, it's like, so he got $250,000 of them for about $100. Okay. Almost. So you can get for $400, 1 million Bank Social. $400. 1 million of them. Robert says Ty best, but I'm just, we're going to wrap up this show. We're at a 1 hour mark. I'm just kind of, I don't know if this crypto will be taken off by 2027. It don't matter. I'll be working away. If it's a year from today, I'll be on a plane flight. I'll be broadcasting live from Thailand. And who's ever out there with us will be in the video. Hopefully, I won't be that drunk, or that won't be good. But I'll be there for about 4 to 6 weeks, and I will. Yeah, it's going to be something else. I'll be doing sometimes live street interviews with people. If I'm at a bank or a restaurant, they take crypto. So it won't be just where I'm drinking beer every day and snorting. Are drugs allowed there? I don't do drugs. I mean, yeah, I do. But is 8 million Bank Social enough? I'd say yeah. That's a good solid number. 8 million of them, and then just wait till it turns $1. You got $8 million. The Bank Social, like, how do you not know about Bank Social? Like that's embarrassing. Like, Bank Social is already hooked up with the Federal Reserve. It's a licensed payment provider for the Federal Reserve. This is fucking huge. Bank Social is fucking huge. I don't care about a market cap. This is what I'm telling you about. These dumbasses try to act like they know all this shit. Who the fuck cares about a market cap? That doesn't even matter. Market cap does not even fucking matter. Use case matters. Embarrassing. I know. Hulk, you will love it. So will Mrs. Hulk. Well, that's what she's in a schooling right now, and it's going to end, I think, around February of 27. I think the schooling ends January of 2027 or February of 2027, and then we're going to take a 6-week vacation to Thailand. I am. It's all paid for through American Express. I got all these fucking thousands and thousands of dollars worth of travel money. So yeah, it'll be doubled by next year. I might even have, like, I don't know, 16 to 20 grand worth of travel points and shit. So the trip's going to be free. I'm staying there, and fuck, if I could throw in 5 or 10 grand of my own, and then, so, like, whatever, I'm going to enjoy 6 weeks in Thailand. So, and if any of you guys live in Thailand, we'll hook up. All right. Michael Gilbert says, I'll be coming solo on this trip. Thailand. All right. I'm going to work on tomorrow morning's show. Yeah, that's what I'm up to next. I will see you in the next one. Yeah. And after that, see you in Thailand.